All right, I've been ignoring these things for quite a while, and I need to get either one of them working or scrap them. So I think it's going to be difficult to get them working. I think there's some real bad problems with these things. I've looked at them once, cursory. You can see this one's like missing a switch on it. Somebody's actually removed this, so it's a donor for somebody else. Honestly, I don't remember where I got these. I don't know if somebody donated them to me. I think that's the case. I think somebody gave them to me. Sorry if I don't remember. What are these things? These are HP 8112A pulse generators, 50 megahertz. I may have bought, I don't remember. Anyway, yeah, they're 50 megahertz pulse generators. Now, pulse generators are not all that important in my lab. I do have some already, and I do better with function generators that allow different things, but these are fast edges and things. 50 megahertz maybe isn't all that fast these days. This one looks like it's in the nicest condition, and these two look older and moldier. If you take a look at the sides of these things, you'll notice that maybe you can't see it with that camera angle, but yeah, the cases are kind of thrown onto them. They're not even bolted down anymore, and so yeah, let's go ahead and let's try them out, see if they do anything at all. My original evaluation was there was a particular high current module for the pulses, and even the input to those modules was corrupt. So you'd think maybe it's just an output section that needs fixing, but it seemed as though even the input to the output, if that makes sense, wasn't working as well. So yeah, let's dig into these and take a look. So right away they have a very, very noisy fan. It lights up all the lights and gives us an error code 11, okay? Well, I don't know what that is yet, but that one's sick. Let me move the... Okay, when this one is powered up, there's no lights on the front panel. And we get E21 on that one. So we get an E11 and an E21. Yeah, I guess I need to get out the manuals and figure out what E11 and E21 is. But let's take a look inside these things. All right, this one's got some writing on it. MW antenna, ANT, I don't know, department 5521, Wayland 53 Mofor, I don't know. But right in the middle here are some notes. E31, bad switches all. No screws for PC boards. No battery. Do not plug in. Oh, I just plugged it in. Oh, geez. Yeah, oh, God. Oh, the boards are just... Oh, yeah, I shouldn't have plugged it in. Yeah, the boards are just flopping around in here. Yeah, so... Yeah, come down in here and take a look. You can see these ICs here. I think these are custom HP ASICs. And they have these giant heat sinks on them. So I think these are the output drivers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. And interesting capacitor, 10 micro Ks. Okay. Yeah, this is not looking good already, is it? Not looking good, but maybe we can save some of these and fix other ones. I don't know. I don't know. What's this other board look like? It looks like a bunch of RAM. So If I had to guess. If I had to guess, I'd say that's a bunch of RAM that you load up and make it run. I don't know. Maybe it's programmable pulse train. You can put in a pattern. Another ASIC from HP. Okay, well, that's what's inside the data one. And this is the one that has the switch removed on the front. I guess they were troubleshooting and said, yeah, all these switches are dead. And I can believe that. Harmonic modulation, total harmonic distortion, harmonic amplitude. Yeah, woohoo. Back in the old days when you needed to adjust everything. Plus minus 24, plus minus 15, minus 5.25, plus 5.1, plus 5. Whoa. Okay. All right, here's the one that in the best condition. It has a card in it. That one didn't even have a card. This is the microprocessor card. There's a down here is a static RAM, a 6116 static RAM, what, 2K by 8. And then here's the program. I don't even know what the processor is. It's got HP part numbers on it. Intersil. It's probably an A to D or D to A or something like that. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, this one's loose. Oh. Oh. And the power supply is soldered in. That's a kind of weird. That's a kind of weird. Oh dear. And the board is, oh geez. All right. And this separation board down to this one, and then under that one, and it's floating too, under that one is the there, under that one is the one that has those weird ASICs down there. Oh, what a nightmare this thing is. Yikes. Yikes. Okay, well, let's kind of pop him back together. Jeez, this thing's not easy to pop back together. Let's put that back down. All right. Put the separator in there. I guess that doesn't short out anything. And this thing's got little rubber bumpers on the bottom so it doesn't short out to this thing. Whew. All right. Makes me nervous. Makes me nervous. Okay, there we go. Oops. Why? Oh, I see. Oh, interesting. So this looks like it's kind of bodged, but it's not. There's a connector down there. So these wires actually go down to a connector on the bottom board and bring power up. Interesting. All right. All right. So this one looks in okay condition, I guess. We're gonna call this one in the middle dead, and it's gonna be a donor. Okay, and we got one more to take a look at. Oh. put the donor. I put the donor on the ground down there. Sheet metal get rid of. All right, so then we got this one, which, if I remember right, gave us a different code. And it's missing screws for the cage, so that's great. Oh, there we go. Oh, this is a different model. Oh, maybe this one's newer. All right. Whew. All right, can you see these side by side? Lithium battery, no lithium battery. Bodge soldering there. So this one can't remember anything. This one's got tons of ROMs, and this one has one. So this is probably a newer board with a larger ROM in it. Okay, and now we can read the microprocessor off of this one. It is in a 6802. Pretty popular back in the day. I never worked on any 6802 products, but I've seen them. And then this is the IEEE. This is the 68488. So that's a, and this one's all bolted together. All right, so this one's bolted together. Maybe this is the one to target, since it has a newer ROM in it. We should probably pull that ROM out and dump the code out just as a safeguard. 3 volts. Let's test the battery. Yeah, 3.4 volts. Good battery. Okay. Oh. Made in the, it's made in West Germany. Federation of Republic of Germany, is that right? Yeah, so that kind of dates this thing, doesn't it? What are the date codes? 1988, 1988, 88, 88, 1988, 88. That says 1988. 88. 89. This one's a 1989. And what are the date codes over on this one over here? 86. 86. 85. Yeah, so 86. 85. All right, so this is the newer one. I now deem you the primary unit. All right. It doesn't have as nice of a front panel, but it's not bad. Maybe it just needs some spit shining.